All right. All right. Hello, everybody. This is Nicole Whitlock with eCom Sellers, and this is the daily eCom planning session. So we do these every day at 7 a.m. Central Standard Time. Today, we are doing in the middle of the day because there are people that sometimes don't know that we have these daily eCom planning sessions. So um, if you want to tune in, we'll definitely be hosting a session tomorrow at 7 a.m. Central Standard Time to plan out our week. So today's topic is the Google Shopping versus Amazon. So we're wrapping up our versus series and trying to figure out where you're going to sell in 2023. So Google Shopping is a great platform to sell on if it makes sense for you and your business model. So let's go take a look at why you might choose Google Shopping versus why you might choose Amazon. So before we get into that, we're live on Clubhouse. We're also live in the e-commerce planning Facebook group. And we invite you to download the daily, the weekly, and the monthly planning sessions by going to the files section, clicking on the files. Go to the e-commerce planning Facebook group, go to the files section, and then you can download the daily, the weekly, and the monthly planning checklist directly there. So go to the e-commerce planning Facebook group. It's an open Facebook group. Join it and go download it from the files section. So with that, let's get into Google Shopping versus Amazon. So Google Shopping is definitely or 100% connected to the Amazon search engine. It's a tie to Amazon, not Amazon. I have Amazon on the brain. It's Google Shopping versus Amazon. So let me just start over again. Google Shopping is tied to the Google search output. So when you type in things in Google, you'll see there's typically a bar up at the top, might be a bar over on the side, or it might be in the middle of the search results where you will see products that show up just because of what you typed in. Whether it is you're searching for something for dogs or hair care, and it could be that you're looking for an article. So let's say you were looking for an article on caring for gray hair. Well, products are going to show up at the top, on the sides, and in the middle of that search result, even though you might find the articles. And that is because people have paid to be able to have their products found when you type in gray hair care products, hair care. So they're searching for those keywords have been flagged for so that those results show up on the page. So the great thing about Google and Google Shopping is that, of course, it's part of the Google ecosystem. And it is part of or powered by Google Ads and the Google Merchant Center. So the Google Merchant Center is where these listings, these product listings actually live. It is free to list on Google for Google Shopping. It is free to list. And the steps to get started are not that terribly complicated. So you can get started by creating a list if you understand how to use Google Ads and you understand how to use Google Analytics. You can get started fairly quickly. There are higher advertising costs because, of course, this is tied to Google Ads, and so you're going to have the advertising cost that's associated with that, and the amount that you will pay when people click on your specific product. But it is free to list. There is a larger reach. More people use Google to search than they do Amazon. When people go to Amazon, they're looking for a specific product to buy. People use Google all day, every day for any number of random things. And again, you've probably never paid attention to it, but somewhere potentially at the top, in the middle, or on the side of your search results, or maybe all three, you're actually going to find some products. Even if you're searching to find, let's say, a salvage yard for maybe you need to replace a seat in your car. And so in the middle of that salvage yard search, it's probably going to be some products that show up somewhere on that search results. So they do have a larger reach than Amazon. They are available in, I think, 35 countries. And so the results in Google search are just going to be bananas. It has a larger search result than Amazon does. It gives you the opportunity to have higher brand visibility and higher brand awareness if you have a brand. If you don't have a brand, that's okay. But if you do, this is another opportunity for you. In addition to that, they have some great reporting metrics and great reporting and metrics. And you have better ads traffic because of the fact that they have a larger reach. And Google Ads has been around for a very long time. So is Amazon's PPC, but it's a great tool. It is a great tool. It's good for you if you have a website. Even if you don't have a website and you're just selling products standalone. If you have a website and you want to drive traffic, again, it's a great place to list your products. And there's a lot of integrations. Like I know that Google Shopping has an integration with Shopify and some of the other uh, website builders that are out there. You can integrate it with Google Shopping so your products will show up on Google Shopping. They have fewer restrictions, but they do have prohibited products and prohibited like types of listings, but they have fewer restrictions than Amazon. And there again is fewer steps to get started than it is with Amazon. Whereas Amazon is it's a marketplace for third-party sellers and for people who want to sell different products and those that are building a brand or have a brand. Amazon does charge fees. Like if you want to create a listing, there's going to be a fee, even if you sign up for the professional membership or you sign up for the individuals like 99 cents per listing just to get the listing up. And then professional, you pay the $39.99 a month. And then on top of that, you have the referral fees that Amazon's going to charge you. So you have more fees going on and things that you have to contend with. The variety of different types of potential fees, whether you're doing FBA or you're doing seller fulfilled, you have some stuff to think about. There is a high purchase intent when people are going to Amazon. Like they're not just going to Amazon for the sake of going to Amazon. They want to buy something. So when they want to buy something, that's when they go to Amazon because they're ready to buy. Whereas Google, they may just be searching for something. They may just be searching for house shoes for grandma. And so a whole bunch of house shoes show up. But again, they're going to also get some other types of listings. They may get some Walmart listings. They may, in the list description, not the images that show up for the products that you can click on. And so they might get a bunch of different options available to them in the Google search. And if they go to Amazon, there's a high probability they're ready to buy. So higher purchase intent. That's what people are going to Amazon for in the first place. If you want to build a brand, Amazon is got a lot of features and functionality for brands to be able to have successful brand pages. But again, it is based off of what Amazon makes available to you. So again, you can build your brand on Amazon. Users do pay attention to the views on Amazon. Not saying that they don't pay attention to them in Google Shopping. They're probably looking at the ratings, 5-star, 4-star, whatever, but they definitely pay attention to the reviews on Amazon. So if they're looking for some feedback on a specific product on whether or not they should buy it or not, it's a higher probability they're going to go to Amazon and look at the reviews versus just reading any feedback and or reviews that you get on Google Shopping. You can use Amazon or sell on Amazon if building a web, presence is not 100% a priority for you. So you can sell a variety of different products. You don't have to have a brand. And if you're not looking to build a web presence for your brand or for your business, then, list the products on that marketplace or any other marketplace that you choose to list it on. It's a good platform the platform has some great marketing options. You can do campaigns, you can do ads. So they do have some great marketing options. But if you want to I think Google Shopping has better metrics because you can get more information about your customers on Google Shopping. In addition to that, they do have a lower cost per click than Google Shopping, of course, because that's through Google Ads. Amazon does have more restrictions. We have categories. Both of them have categories. Amazon's going to have, of course, category restrictions or secondary category restrictions, brand restrictions. So you can't sell this brand. You have to get ungated or get approved. And so there's more restrictions that you're going to find. Whereas you're not going to see as many restrictions when it comes to Google Shopping because it's just set up differently. It's a completely different platform. It's a search engine. So, and there's more steps to getting started on Amazon than there is on Google Shopping. So, you can set up a Google Ads account. The biggest thing that they care about is whether or not you have a credit card. That's the biggest thing that they care about. So that they can charge you for the ads you want to run. Now, I'm not saying that there's some other things that they're screening for, because they are. But the point is that, you're going to have to go through a few more steps to create your account on Amazon and to get started. So you can look at this list and decide which one you think is better for you in 2023 to be able to sell your products. Again, your decision on whether to sell on Google Shopping or on Amazon is really going to be based off of your e-commerce method and your e-commerce approach or type. You're doing drop shipping, you're doing print on demand, you're doing wholesale, you got a brand you're building, like all of those things are going to matter. And then the fees that are associated with it versus just the cost of listing or creating ads. So you can decide which one is more important. So I hope this information is helpful. I do hope that you'll go back and look at all the verses that we have done so far, and you can hopefully make a decision which platform you think you're going to tackle in 2023, or you're going to continue doing what you've already been doing, which is fine. Fantastic. Share this out with a friend. Let somebody else know about the Versus series so that maybe they can make some decisions on what they want to do in 2023 when it comes to selling products. So with that, we do invite you to turn up the dial on your e-commerce business and get laser focused by getting the 2023 Ecom Planner, go to myecomplanner.com, myecomplanner.com. It is the ultimate e-commerce planner. It was created for sellers by sellers. You can use it to plan it, source it, list it, and then profit. So grab the My Ecom Planner today, the ultimate e-commerce planner. Let's get going for 2023. Let's get organized. If you want to schedule a free coaching session, you can definitely schedule a free 20-minute coaching session by going to ecomsellers.com and clicking on free resources so that you can schedule your free 20-minute coaching session. Let's put together your game plan for 2023. Let's put together a strategy that's going to help you to be successful. In addition to that, I invite you to get support on your e-commerce journey by signing up for eCom Sellers Academy. It's terribly affordable. It's $17.99 a month. You can go to ecomsellersacademy.com to sign up today. You'll get a free retail arbitrage or retail online arbitrage leads list every week, a free wholesale list. In addition to that, you're going to get, on top of those, you're going to get free live weekly trainings, and you have a live Q&A. So you also gain access to over 200 training videos in our membership site. So sign up today. Go to ecomsellersacademy.com to sign up. So if you did not go ahead and download the checklist, I encourage you to do so afterwards. You can do an accountability check-in. Let's chat about your business. I can answer any questions that you have. We can do all of that on Clubhouse. You can go to Clubhouse right now, join the eCom Sellers Club, so that way we can continue the conversations after we go through the checklist, the daily ecom planning checklist. So we'll jump over to Clubhouse so you're ready to rock and roll after we go through this checklist. So this is the daily ecom planning checklist. And there are 3 things that we encourage you to do every single day. Keep in mind that the activity and the things that you do on a daily basis contribute to your weekly success. The things that you do on a weekly basis contribute to your monthly success. The things that you do on a monthly basis contribute to your quarterly success. And the things that you do on a quarterly basis can contribute to your annual success. Whatever your game plan is for 2023, you're going to have to tackle it every single day in small pieces so that you can have a big impact over your entire results for the year. So be intentional about everything that you do, and be consistent. Those 2 things will help you to reach whatever your goals are. And if you haven't established goals for 2023, I encourage you to go and watch the annual e-commerce planning workshop that we've done. It's a 3-part series. You can definitely go and listen to that so that you have the opportunity to build out your game plan for 2023. It's still January, guys. We still got time to pull together a game plan that's going to help you to be successful the rest of the year. Now, the 3 things that we encourage you to do on a regular basis is you plan out what you're going to do the night before. There's some things that you do the night before. There's some things that you do the morning of when you first get up. And there's some advanced planning that we want you to think about. So let's talk about the night before. The night before, we encourage you to review or assess your day. hopefully you had a checklist of the things you wanted to get done or needed to get done for the day. And then once you go through that checklist, what kind of progress did you make towards the checklist, or what did you have towards your schedule or towards your goals? How much of it did you accomplish? How much did you get done? How much did you not get done? Um, is there anything you need to carry over to tomorrow or to next week or even into next month? So kind of assess your day at the end of the day. The next thing is to update your daily tracking stats. Your daily tracking stats are located inside of the e-commerce planner, but if you've got a notebook, you can go ahead and write down those income producing stats that are going to help make a difference in your business. So how many listings did you create? How many orders did you fulfill? What were your expenses? What mileage did you drive? There's going to be a number of different things that are located in the My Ecom Planner. Go ahead and document your progress every single day so that you can increase your awareness. Hopefully at the end of the year, you'll just flip through it and you'll see your numbers on the end of each page. That will show you how consistent you're being. If you flip through it at the end of the year and you've only got maybe 50 entries, you were not consistent because you got 365 days in the year. So when you kind of reflect on how your business has grown from 2022 to 2023 and you see only 50 entries, you are contributing to your own success. So if you're not consistent, you're not going to get the results, which means you won't get the growth that you're shooting for if that's what you're shooting for. If this is a hobby for you and 50 is a good entry for you because this is a hobby, that's fantastic. And even if you're working this business on an extreme part-time basis and 50 is an improvement over last year, then congratulations. So I just want you to have some perspective there as to whether or not you're making progress in your business. Tracking your stats on a daily basis will help you to determine that. Next, I want you to review your online calendar, your online personal calendar, the one for your business, the one for your job if you're working a 9 to 5. Go and look at your online calendars and see what you have coming up. What conflicts do you have that are going to impact your ability to maintain the schedule you're about to build? The last thing is to build out a schedule for tomorrow. When you look at the habits of highly successful people and you review this, and they always announce these at the beginning of every year, the habits of those people that are highly productive or highly successful, every single time it comes down to they build out their schedule in advance. Whether they do it the night before, they do it the week of, they do some advanced planning and they jot down what they're going to be doing tomorrow before they go to bed. So I encourage you to build a schedule for tomorrow and also for Sunday since it's the weekend, and might as well just build an outline for Monday as well, so that you at least have an idea of the things that you want to get done, need to get done for the next day or 2 or 3. The best thing is that as you're looking at, building out this schedule, you'll be able to determine whether or not you got the things done that you determined were a priority for the next couple of days. So when you're building this schedule, identify the one thing that if nothing goes right, this is the one thing that has to get done today, no matter what. And make sure that when you write that out, that it is something that, again, it could be business related or it could be personal related. Remember, God gives you 24 hours in the day. So you're building out a schedule that either accounts for your time. If you're a person that you feel like you waste time, you procrastinate, you get to the end of the day and you don't know where the time has gone or where you spent your time, or you're really, really organized. You really do follow pretty consistently a real schedule. So therefore, going ahead and just writing an outline of some of the things that you want to get done tomorrow and not really building out a detailed schedule or time blocks might work for you because of the fact that you're already very, very consistent. So those are the 4 things that we want you to focus on the night before. The day of, the morning of, first thing when you get up, first things first. First things first. When you get up in the morning after you've either had your coffee or gone for your run, whatever you do in the morning, we want you to review yesterday's schedule or plan, just in case there was something on the schedule or plan that you overlooked, you forgot, you missed, and so that way you can go back and fill in those blanks. Sometimes when we do things at the end of the day, we're exhausted. It's been a long day. And so we overlook things. Going back and re-reviewing it gives us the opportunity to learn from not necessarily our mistakes, but learn how to build a better schedule the next time, a better Friday schedule, a better Thursday schedule, a better Monday schedule. And it may also help us to determine or identify patterns that we were not really paying attention to, didn't even realize, or didn't recognize. So go through that process and re-review yesterday. Number 2 is to review and update your priorities for the week and your habits for the week. So this was the third full week in January. Now, next week is the fourth full week in January. What were the priorities for this third full week in January? When you built out your monthly plan or when you built out your weekly plan, did you complete all the priorities that you had on the list for this week? If not, you need to go through that process and you need to update your priorities for the week, priorities and habits. In addition to that, number 3 is to glance at your monthly plan. What are your monthly goals? What are your top goals for the month, your income producing goals for the month, your operations goals for the month, your marketing and traffic goals for the month? What are your goals for the month? So let's go through the process and double check those and see where we are. Since we're on week 3, are you halfway through meeting all your goals? Because you're halfway through the month. Did you only put a dent in 10% of your goals for the month? And so next week is going to be a heavy week in order for you to get back on track and get focused again. So go through that process and figure out what your priorities are, what are the habits that you're tracking, and what were your goals and objectives and schedule that you put together for this month. And when you're building that stuff out, know that the priority and the objectives and the goals for the month may have nothing to do with your business. The great thing about the eCom planner is that it is big enough and it's designed so that you can use it for everything, not just your business, but also your personal stuff. So you have enough space to be able to write out your personal stuff and to put together a game plan to incorporate that kind of stuff into your schedule and into your routine. Most of us don't spend the entire day working our business. There's many other things that we do. We have to balance our family, maybe our pets, caring for our parents, going to go check on friends, all of these things. There's so many things that we do in a day. So going through that process of, making sure that you're reviewing and writing down goals and objectives that are inclusive of your life and not just your business. So when you build out your schedule for tomorrow or for today, you're going to re-review the schedule you wrote out yesterday. Once you re-reviewed it, you may have to rewrite it because your priorities maybe are not focused 100% on the progress that you're shooting for the month. You may have to rewrite it because your monthly goals are not being met. So you got to focus on a little bit of your monthly goals tomorrow or the next day, whatever it happens to be, or today. Make sure you write out the main thing. And then once you have solidified the schedule that you're going to run with for the day, then you need to read it out loud, speak it into existence so you're ready to go. Like an affirmation, like a manifestation, speak it out loud. This is what we're doing today, so that your subconscious and your conscious mind can work together to help you to achieve it, help you to get on track and stay on track. Because the one thing I can guarantee you about trying to do something new or doing something new or changing up an established routine, whether the established routine is good or bad, is the gremlins of the universe are going to do everything they can to help you to fail. Something is going to come up, things are going to happen. So the great thing about building your schedule the night before is you're writing it out and speaking it to yourself the night before. Your subconscious mind, when you go to sleep, is going to be thinking about that schedule, whether you realize it or not, and potentially problem solving, trying to move things out the way. Or when you wake up in the morning, you have an aha moment and go, you know what? I said I was going to do this today, but I forgot about that. So again, your subconscious mind initially might fight you, but over time, your subconscious mind is going to help problem solve so that you can have a successful day, so you can make the progress that you want to on your schedule and your routines and all of that. So speak it into existence so you can hand it off from the subconscious to the conscious mind so you're ready to rock and roll for the day. The next is write out a draft schedule for tomorrow. So, like I said before, write out a draft schedule for Saturday, and you might as well just write one out for Sunday and Monday while you're at it so that you just have a draft. You'll always have the opportunity to retweak it because tonight you'll be able to tweak it for tomorrow. And then last but not least, do some advanced planning. What are the things that are going to impact your ability to sustain the momentum you're working to build in your business and also in your life? What are the things that are going to interrupt your ability to maintain that consistency that you're trying to build? Those are the things that we want to put together a game plan to deal with, game plan to work around, game plan to handle. So go through that process of really thinking about and looking at your schedule for today, for tomorrow, for the next couple of days. What are the things that are going to cause you to fall off the wagon, cause you to get your train off the tracks? Going to impact your ability to make progress and impact your ability to be consistent. Figure those things out because it's always something small. Trust me, it's always something small and that we're not paying attention to. And then once we pay attention to it, it's like, oh, okay, all right. So it could be the fact that you have a habit of scheduling doctor's appointments first thing in the morning, but that's also the same time that you work your business. Maybe you need to schedule your doctor's appointments in the afternoon because you should commit to working your business in the morning and stay consistent. You can fix that problem. But there might come a day where you don't have a choice and you got to schedule in the morning no matter what. So, what are the things that you're going to do to make sure that you make the type of progress that you need to make to maintain and sustain the momentum that you've already built? So, if you've got to go and maybe you have to have an endoscopy first thing in the morning and you normally work your business in the morning, well, whatever you had in your morning routine, you're going to have to move it to your afternoon so you can again maintain that consistency in just executing those things over and over again. So, if one of the things that you're working on being consistent about is creating listings every day, move your listings to the evening during that day or move it to tomorrow. Maybe create some draft listings the day before so that you can log on in your groggy state and just release them the day of. There's so many different ways in which you can help yourself to be successful. So identify those things that are going to disrupt or interrupt your ability to maintain the momentum, whether it's something that's going to impact you for one day or impact you for a week. And figure out how you can quickly get your train back on tracks, how you can quickly get refocused so that way you can make the progress that you're wanting to make and be consistent. So with that, I hope that helps you. Again, this is the daily ecom planning session. We do this every day at 7 a.m. Well, Monday through Saturday. Sundays, we only do the last Sunday of the month when we do our monthly planning. So Monday through Saturday, 7 a.m. Central Standard Time. We're always live in the e-commerce planning Facebook group when Facebook is not fighting us. And we're live on Clubhouse. So you can go to the eCom Sellers Club and you can check us out over there. Again, I encourage you to go grab the My Ecom Planner. It's created for sellers by sellers. You can join Ecom Sellers Academy at ecomsellersacademy.com, and you can schedule a free 20-minute coaching session at your convenience by going to Ecom Sellers and clicking on free resources. My name is Nicole Whitlock, and this is the daily ecom planning session. And my hope, my prayer, my wish for you is that you have an extremely focused, highly productive, and very profitable day. We'll say goodbye for now. We're still live on Clubhouse. So if you want to jump over there and continue the conversation, I'll see you tomorrow.